Red Edition, welcome, happy day. King Arthur, you know who that is. He was a man way ahead of his time. Hundreds of years ago, he called his aide over and he said, hey, take this message, put it on the royal bird's leg. I want to send a tweet to my brother. Just sharing with you. Stupid thief file in Calgary, Alberta, Canada recently. This is a real doozer. This little black Honda Civic. It was driving down the highway and it was going like 85 miles an hour in a 50-mile-an-hour zone. It was driving very erratically. So, of course, the Mounties pulled it over. And when they were walking up to the car, all the smoke was coming out of the car. The guy is sitting there driving, who was driving, smoking pot. He kept smoking pot. They came up and said, I'd like some identification, please. Had another puff or two. And he said, I don't have any ID. He said, well, do you have a driver's license? No, it's under suspension. Really? They looked in the back seat. They found 20 pounds of marijuana, a bunch of cocaine, open alcohol, 3 loaded handguns, a bunch of other weaponry, including a baton and several knives and a machete. And guess where that guy is now? He ain't hanging out in the street anymore. He's in jail. California, speaking of dumb, stupid people, you have politicians there that now want to have a ban on certain sodas, and they want to have really strong regulations with regard to remaining soda, pop, and sugary, drinks. They're saying that, hey guys, we have a public health epidemic going on here. People are getting fat, and this public health epidemic takes more lives than gun violence. That's out of the mouths of the politicians who say that guns are really bad in California. You have to register a gun. You can't have more than 10 shots in a clip, and you have to have a stamp on every bullet. So, hey, I got a great idea. You want to save lives? Let's do that with soda pop. You should only be allowed to have so many drinks a year. You have to register for it. You have to take a course before you're allowed to buy pop. It's got to be under lock and key in the store, and every bottle has to have an ID number on it. Are we getting stupid yet? No, we're not, because they say that this is more important than guns because it takes more lives. Oh my, those liberals, they just keep on walking among us. Guns in public schools, all liberals say that guns are really bad because students get killed and a lot of bad things happen. What they never talk about is the other side of the ledger, that guns save so many lives. 2 million incidents were reported last year where good people saved their worlds by being armed from bad people who are also armed. Hey, but never talk about that, right? Only one side of the ledger for a commie, and there's 2 sides of the ledger for smart people. In any event, I'm digressing back to this. James Allen Fox, he says this, guys, you're all worried and talking about guns in schools, and as a consequence, nobody should have a gun. Get this, many, 3 many times more youngsters are killed annually in bicycle accidents than by gunfire. Okay, to end this, let me share with you Donald Trump. He has kind of a cool saying. I have a carry permit. I've said that before, and I'll continue to say it. I own 2 different guns, and I don't talk about the type of guns I own very much. I've always been very vocal about my right to bear arms. The way I view it, if nobody has guns, then only the bad guys have them, and they aren't going to give up their guns. Hey, I'll come back tomorrow. Got more for you from the right. See ya.